How to spend your Benjis from the Stimmy. Hi everybody, FrankFinance here. Thank you so much for joining me today. Before we get started, please subscribe, like, and ring the notification bell so you get notified anytime that I post a new video. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today we're going to talk about the $1,400 stimulus package that was passed this last week. Biden signed it into law, and now you should be expecting those payments either over this weekend or the week ahead. So you really do need to develop a plan on how you plan on spending it. Today I'm going to talk about two different groups. Those have been severely impacted by the coronavirus and those that have been less impacted. So I'm going to have the severely in the range of 50 to 100% income loss, and everybody else is going to be 49% and lower. So let's go ahead and start talking about that. Okay, so for group number one, we have those who were severely impacted by the coronavirus this past year. Now, I'm defining that as anywhere from a 50% to 100% loss in income. This could have happened for a variety of reasons. A few of those could have been a loss in hours. Your business might have been shut down. You might have lost your employment temporarily or long term. And then also, in some situations, folks actually lost their family members. And in the case, they could have been income providers for that family. Now the family's left with no income from the person who's passed away. So they have both the trauma as well as a financial hardship as well. So for this situation, in any of these situations, a very difficult financial situation to be in. In this situation, it's really classified as an emergency. You really do need to just take a step back, evaluate your situation, be very calm, collected, don't make any rash decisions. Now, the first thing I would say is just cover the basics: food, water, electric, housing. And if you're blessed enough to have those things covered, I wouldn't recommend doing anything with the $1,400. Put it in an emergency fund, put it somewhere safe where you're not tempted to spend it, and it's going to sit there. It's going to help you sleep at night. It's going to help you have clarity when making decisions. And so that's my recommendation for this first group. Please just hit pause. Try to get through the trauma that just occurred in the last year, and also allow that money to give you a little bit of buffer between any bumps in the road that occur in the future or in the near term. All right, so for group number two, we have those who have been not impacted at all the way up to mildly impacted. I'm defining this as a loss of income in between 0 and 49%. Now, I recognize this is a pretty large range, and with everybody's finances being all over the board, there is some self-evaluation that needs to take place at this step. Now, if you think things are going to get worse, like you're going to lose hours at work, you might have a temporary job loss, you might have full job loss on the horizon, you really do need to step back and might need to refer to group one and follow those steps of cover the basics, as well as put that money aside for the next 6 to 12 months to get you through any road bumps along the way. Now, if you think things are going to get better, let's talk about that. Now, if you're in a situation where you believe your financial outlook is going to get better in the next 6 to 12 months, you're not going to lose your job, everything's going to stabilize and get normal, or you've had no impact and you don't expect there to be any impact in the future, now I suggest to move on to the next recommendation, which is to get current on any deferred payments that you might have had. So if you took out any credit cards to get through this, if you had a deferred rent payment, if you didn't pay your electric, get current on all your bills. That's the best thing to do with this $1,400. That'll protect your credit. That'll protect you, your financial credit for the future, and also fulfill your financial responsibilities that you signed up for. Now, the next one of that is I would really refer you back to my 4 steps to wealth. Now, I just created a video. I'll link it here, but real brief. That's controlling spending, paying any high interest credit, creating an emergency fund, and then starting to save and invest. Now, I would refer back to that video, but I'm gonna assume that you've made it through steps 1 through 3. Now, into the saving and investing, you should already have an automated plan to start your retirement savings. Now, if you want to use this money to even add some more fuel to that compounding interest that works really great for you. I would highly suggest you put this money in a brokerage account. You can start to understand how that taxable situation works, how it's different, or you can just put it into an IRA. Just be careful of contribution limits. So I would really highly recommend that if you've made it steps through 1 through 3 and the 4 steps to wealth, definitely look into further investing this money. Well, there you have it, folks. There's my recommendations on how to spend your $1,400. I know it's not sexy. I know it's not clickbait, but this is a guaranteed way to get you in a good financial situation. For those who have lost their income, bad situations that have happened during the pandemic, please give yourself a breath of fresh air. Put that money to the side if you can. Help you sleep better at night. For those who have been not impacted at all, I would highly encourage you to invest that money further and just accelerate your investing plan. Invest in your future. Highly recommend it. So thank you so much for watching today's video. Please subscribe, like, and ring the notification bell. That helps me out to get my content out to you in a better way. Again, this is Frank Finance, out.